Thank you very much for organizing this debate, and I'm also very happy that I'm able to be here with you, and this is an important topic, and I'm also very happy that I'm able to perhaps update you a little bit on the work that the European Commission has been doing, and some of the findings that we will hopefully be able to publish in a very short period of time. Of course, like many other sectors of our world and society, the COVID crisis has also affected our internal working, and some areas of our work were affected and slowed down, whereas others were accelerated. But this is the main explanation for the delay in the publication of the report. So I just want to start with that. But we are hopeful that it will be imminent, the publication of the report, and that we are able to update the Parliament and other stakeholders on what we have found. Maybe I can just briefly recap. I don't want to repeat the introductory words by Andrus Ansip and Róża Thun, who have, of course, been more than instrumental in the geo-blocking debate and in the creation of the internal market. So we fully share the overall objectives of creating better access to goods and also content cross borders in the European Union, and maybe I can just briefly outline the approach that we took to the review. So we sought feedback from member states and their authorities who were entrusted with enforcement of the regulation. We carried out a range of studies comparing the cross-border accessibility of websites and offers between the impact assessment we did in 2015 and also, again, taking a snapshot of the same accessibility in 2019. We carried a very detailed analysis of a possible extension, as we committed after the negotiations, as mentioned already by MEP Róża Thun. This included a detailed analysis of cross-border demand and cross-border availability for different content-related services, including audiovisual, e-books, music, and video games. And this analysis looked at static effects like prices, quantity, variety of different content types, and we complemented them where possible with dynamic effects, for example, in areas such as investment. Some other, given the short-term short period of time that was available, we also looked a little bit at the effect of some other sectors that are not covered, such as transport, financial, telecoms, and health. In those areas, there wasn't a huge amount of data available, partly because of the sector-specific regulations in some of these areas taking kind of precedence. And we also made a small effort to look a little bit at effects MEPed to the COVID crisis, and this was mentioned right in the first sentence by MEP Róża Thun. Just to complement, we carried out some other activities as well. We repeated a Eurobarometer survey of consumer expectations and the experience of buying cross borders. That was already published a little bit earlier this year. We carried out an economic study of the impact or extension of copyright protected services. This is about to be published. Another mystery shopping survey, as I mentioned, and other surveys and technical reports. I don't want to list them all here, but so I want to just say that the report that we have prepared, we really did we tried to do a really thorough and complete job of the analysis. I mean, our preliminary findings were that the period of time that the geo-blocking regulation was in force has not been long enough to really really detect all its expected impact, even in the sectors that were already in scope of the geo-blocking regulation. Also partly because some member states had delays in implementing the oversight structures in their countries. Some member states delayed the appointment of the competent authorities for oversight, and the Commission was working very hard and also launched some procedures in order to make sure that consumers have adequate protections there. This has now been by and large resolved, but as a result, there was some delay even in the initial effects that were anticipated. The analysis that we carried out, and that will be in the report, is that the effects of a potential extension vary quite a bit depending on which kind of content we are talking about. And I think I don't want to anticipate too much the details of that content, and I think we would be better placed to have a discussion in the future on the basis of the actual report. But some of the key headline findings I just want to share with you in terms of kind of just cross-border demand. It is true, and this is also, I think, what the MEPs have mentioned in their opening remarks, that the number of internet users that actively seek access to content from another country has increased, doubled nearly, particularly amongst young people who seek access across borders. And according to our data, the most common reasons for trying to access such contents are lack of availability of such content in their own country, as well as the desire to have a wider choice of content. Now, it is also true that for normal goods, like Andrus Ansip mentioned already, that the number of Europeans trying to buy goods across border is also increasing, and in the large majority of cases, the purchase today can be completed. So unlike the situation that was maybe described in 2015, but there are still quite significant limitations, and some of these limitations relate to delivery, and some of them relate to the application of the existing rules. So this is just a very short snapshot to kick off the discussions, and I'm very happy to be here to kind of give you this little preview. And I look forward to a really more detailed discussion on the basis of a very comprehensive and complete work that we did over the last months, which unfortunately, and it's to our regret and to everyone's regret, was delayed by the force majeure of the coronavirus crisis. Maybe I just stop here and hand back to the moderator.